Hey guys, it's almost time to move the S3 engine into the A3 bay. And if you can see, we have the 1.8T engine laid out of the way. We have the engine hoist and cherry picker set up. So everything is disconnected. We have the exhaust disconnected. We have the drive shafts disconnected and pulled out. Everything, I believe 99%, maybe even everything, is taken out. So some of the things to consider, if you take a look, this frame rail is pushed over, and if you can see, we're not going to be able to come straight out with it. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to lower the engine and twist it out of the way. And then we cleared the floor over here. We're going to roll it all the way up over here and install it. So that should go pretty simply. And one thing to consider, guys, is these are the factory mounting points on the engine. And if you can see, they're on this side of the engine. So as you pull up, the engine is rotating. So in order to do this properly, I'm going to put a jack up under to level it out again, because we really don't want to damage these bolts right here. They're aluminum. And so if we're unscrewing them with the engine at an angle, we could potentially strip the threads in the aluminum mount there, and it would be a huge problem. So I'm going to put you guys up on time lapse, try to move the time lapse around to kind of capture all of this, but it should be pretty fun to see this engine roll across the garage and into that bay. So with that, guys, let's get to work. Guys, as you saw in the time lapse, we took the engine from here, rolled it over, and put it right over here. So this thing looks right at home. You would never be able to tell. And this thing now is a total parts car. So I want to give a huge shout out to Indu, who helped out. He's part of the Audi Club of Houston. Thank you so much for coming out. And so now a huge step of the project is done. As you can see, the engine is in, holding on the motor mounts. So the first huge project on this car is finished and complete. Obviously we haven't connected anything yet, but that's going to be nice and simple. The next big project is, of course, going to be the rear end, where we're going to have to cut the trunk floor and things like that. I did film this. The engine starts, not a problem, so we didn't do this for nothing. And yeah, pretty cool. And genuine Audi S3 / Golf R engine. This is going to be the source of double the horsepower in this car, and I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. So now the order of business is to take this guy and move it into this area. I'm not going to film that, but once again, if you guys want this engine, let me know. I'll sell it to you. I'll probably time-lapse putting everything on the front together. We're basically done with the front. A couple wires to run, but there's nothing stopping us from installing the radiator support, the subframe, and things like that. So that should go pretty smooth. And yeah, guys, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And I'll catch you on the next step of this big project.